I know it's not Harley-Davidson, but I think this Kawasaki is pretty damn cool. Welcome back to EBT Performance Pakenham, the home of Squids Speed Shop. Today, I've got something a little bit different for you. I don't work on a ton of metric bikes, but when the customer rang up about this bike, how could I say no? The Kawasaki Z900RS. This is a 2024 model, retro mod, styled to look like the classic. And man, I love these bikes. They look fantastic, especially in the yellow. Stuff all of them in Australia. So it's a pretty rare bike, and I was chomping at the bit to have a go at this. So what are we doing to it? We're replacing the headers and the cat. We're going to keep the original muffler because they work pretty good. And then we're going to tune it up using the Woolich racing package. And I haven't messed with that for maybe 5 or 6 years. Real popular for Australian superbike, world superbike, British superbike. It's a really good product. Reflashes a bunch of these, the stock ECUs, and you can get them running right. I'm a big fan of the product. The company that's making the exhaust system is Delkevic. The customer did his research and thinks that's the right package for him. It's been a little while since I've messed around with all of the metric stuff, so I'm not that savvy on what is the best component for this and this and this and this. I've unwrapped the exhaust and they look good quality. They look nice. And man, the packaging on them, they were wrapped up like your favorite family member that likes to put way too much tape on the present. You know what I mean? They are fantastic. So come with me as I figure out how to swap out these parts. Now, I don't work on these bikes every day. So the small efficiencies that people gain from doing this every single day, I don't have them. But I've been a mechanic now for 17 odd years. Working on this ain't going to be a problem. So let's get it done. Let's tune it up and see how much power this thing can make. And so I've just had a quick look of how I'm going to go about it, trying to figure out my game plan. My biggest problem is tracking down the connector for the O2 sensor. That's probably going to cause me the most grief. Everything else is pretty straightforward, other than spending the time to knock all the rust off my metric tools. I'll put you on to time lapse. I'll get this exhaust off, and then I'll show you the Delkevic race system. Now, the reason I fought so hard to get to the connector for the O2 sensor was I didn't want to spin it out in place with the wires bound up. When you coil wires, there's a high chance you can fracture them. And to me, it's way worth the trouble that you saw me fighting to try and get to the connector in there and to get it removed, just so that I can undo it safely. That's really important to me. Yeah, it would have been a hell of a lot faster to just undo it in place, risk damaging the wire. That's not for me. I hope you enjoyed my struggles, and now I'll keep carrying on and get this exhaust system off. So what you saw me do there was I used my flat jack to support the weight of the cat, because I was unsure whether or not if I undid everything, if it would just fall out of the bike. I was unsure or not whether I had to move the radiator. And so I thought, safest thing to do, support the weight of it, undo everything, and then just give it a little wriggle, see how it's moving. And as you could see, it dropped out really nicely. I just had to take the weight off the flat jack, lift it up, move the flat jack out, and then simply drop it down. I was super excited that I didn't have to remove the radiator, or at least get it out of the way. Really nice exhaust system to pull off this one. You can get to everything, and it came out smoothly. Now I'll show you the new system going on. Put in the comments, which side is cylinder 1? Is it right or left? We're going to work it out. So here we have the Delkevic catalytic header system. Everything was packaged really nice. For those who want to fit this at home, the only downside is no instructions in the box, but the down pipes are labelled. You can see there, pipe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into the collector. There you have it. And it's quite a nice piece. There's a little bit of baffling in there just to keep the pipes separate and to make sure that they draw from each other at the right times. So this should work pretty good. You still get to retain the factory oxygen sensor. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. Who caught it in the comments? Make sure you put the middle pipes in first. Don't start with number 1. Don't get caught up in that. Do the middle pipes first. It'll make your life a lot easier. The kit comes with brand new copper washers. Make sure you put them in. Now you guys can watch me struggle putting on the collector. I've still got all the pipes loose. A tip there for any exhaust that you fit on any bike. Keep everything loose until it's all together. Hopefully I don't struggle too bad. We'll see how I do. Got the system fitted. Beautiful thing is you get to retain the factory heat shields. I've got the Woolich wideband O2 sensor installed. Now I've just got to put the bike back together, ready to go on the dyno. Off camera, I'm just going to be measuring up the distance from the wideband O2 sensor to the cylinder head. That's some very important data that I need for the Woolich software. And so next you'll see it is on the dyno, and we'll be trying to get this thing running right. So it's been a hot minute here at the shop for me. For you, would have happened instantly, but I've been messing around with the Woolich racing tuners. So it turns out the one that I had sent out for this bike wasn't correct. So it's a bit of back and forth with the support team. They eventually figured out what my issue was and sent me out the correct flashing unit. It turns out with the Kawasaki Z900RS, you do have to be very careful with which module you're using. The ECUs aren't all the same, and so they don't communicate the same. And so originally had the wrong setup. That's fine now. We've got the correct setup, and currently writing in the first file to get this thing working right. So this is a little, I'll give you a little bit of a look at the setup. So if you can see in the mess of wires here, this is the ECU bench connector. We've got 12-volt power going in, and then the Woolich tuning interface. We also have a wideband O2 adapter. So all of that is what I'm using to gather the data that I need to make changes, and then use the Woolich to flash those changes to the bike. Tuning up a metric bike's a little bit different to the Harley stuff. There's a lot of focus on low throttle input, rolling on and off the throttle to try and get the air fuel balanced correctly for the inlet manifold pressure. It's not as straightforward as it is on the big V-twins. After that, then I go through the rest of the rev ranges, trying to optimize the fuel for the amount of air the motor's getting. And so we'll see if we get any power gain out of the Delkevic full system. And to get the bike set up ready to collect data, you plug in the ECU back into the bike, you then plug in their Euro 5 adapter, and now we're in data acquisition mode. And so it's going to give me a live feed of the data for what the bike's doing, and from the O2 sensor, which lets me know the air-fuel ratio in the exhaust pipe. And that way I can get this thing tuned right. So I've just had quite a long session, nitpicking at the data to try and make this Kawasaki Z900RS as good as it can be, and I'll show you the results. In red, we have the initial run, that's the stock exhaust, the stock tune, 99 horsepower, 66 foot-pound of torque, and then our blue line being what it is now with the Delkevic system, and the Woolich race tune, and then my optimizations. And so we end up with 112 horsepower and 70 foot-pound across the board. And you can see with this exhaust and the tune, it's just picked up power everywhere in the rev range. Most notably up top, but still everywhere along the rev range, it's picked up. So if you've got a Kawasaki Z900RS, I'd be doing this in a heartbeat. From my understanding, the exhaust pipe wasn't that expensive. The tuning software's on par with everything else. Didn't take a lot of time to fit the exhaust. That was really smooth. The exhaust was really well made. Tuning took some time, but that's just me. That's me wanting to make it as perfect as it can be. Making sure it runs right when it's hot, runs right when it's warming up, when it's cold. How does it start? How does it idle? There's a lot that goes into it. And so I spent a lot of time picking through the data, making my adjustments, and I'm really happy with it. I know it's not Harley-Davidson, but I think this Kawasaki is pretty damn cool, and I thought you'd like to see it. It's just something a little bit different. My love lies with Harley-Davidson. That is the bulk of my work, trying to make them go fast. A lot of the Jap stuff is fast enough as it is, and there's not a lot of efficiency gains from spending money on them. This Kawasaki, it was worth spending the money on, and it rides great now. And so I'm essentially going to get it cleaned up, ready for the customer. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, share it with your buddies. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. I really do appreciate all of the feedback. I'm blown away with how it's been received. So thank you guys so much. I'm still working on getting the t-shirts made. You can check the website. I'll hopefully have an update on that, or on the social media, on my Instagram. When the t-shirts are available, I'll post that. So make sure that you got an eye on that one. Stay tuned for next week. Thanks, guys.